All right, Harry. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my god.
So anyway, as I
Welcome.
was saying,
Oh fucking hell. I mean,
You weren't
when Tyler
saying
mentioned,
words.
"Oh, why don't we get Tom on? Tom's online." I thought, that's actually a good idea for once.
I will
Yeah.
make you regret that.
Yeah, but not really.
That's
Okay,
a
so
guarantee.
I'll just say this. I mean, we've been looking at like the subscriber count recently going up, and I just thought to myself, enough of that,
Is it?
right?
Is it going up?
Not
Yeah,
that
it keeps
quickly,
going up.
but you know, it's
Our
still going
plan
up.
was to reach 1,000, and then they cut it out with that whole subscribing thing. But now there's like 130 plus more
140.
people that have subscribed.
140 now.
Oh my god, it keeps going up.
I actually, you know
guys
what?
you guys are popular.
I haven't actually really acknowledged that that's almost like 150 over 1,000. The 100 actually did wash over me. That's crazy. Fame's changed me.
Yeah.
Right, I got a great idea. You guys do the intro while I'm not here, and talk about chocolate biscuits for a bit. I need a shit. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh my fucking god! I can't.
That was
I just.
so quick.
I mean, no, it's actually fine. I actually don't mind this. I mean,
This is good.
why are we doing a biscuit tier list? You might be asking. And I will say to you, well, first of all, I just
Because
explained
there's
we want to lose subscribers, but also, can't
Nothing
be
else
bothered
to do.
Well, there can be, but most things are technically forced at the moment. There's still some other stuff we haven't got around to. Either way, in 3 days from now, it's going to be the 5th of November, which is a pretty. It is a British exclusive, isn't it? Right. It is.
Oh yeah, Gunpowder Day.
Exactly. Well, that was where the idea came from. You were like, "Oh, we should do something for that." You did. And you see, I remember these things. I keep track of stuff.
I don't.
Anyway, the point is, I don't know which idea came first, but clearly something happened, and both ideas came up. It's like, oh, 5th of November. Oh, biscuit tier list. Oh, that's British enough. So the idea was, let's do something obnoxiously British. Just to really remind people. I feel like some people might have forgotten because we're like actually personable and witty, and
human like.
I was about to say hygienic.
We're actually British, and therefore it means we are more evolved than you, and we need to rub that in by talking about biscuits. And I think on that subject,
they're biscuits.
There is an important part of context that is required.
Yeah, there is
for this tier list, with or without tea, or tea if it's better with it. But like we pick whatever's like best.
No, I thought
right?
you were going to start talking about the difference between American and English biscuits because
for
most Americans these would pretty much all be cookies from their perspective, and they're wrong.
Cookies are just chocolate chip stuff.
The Americans, someone's like the biscuits that you eat, the ones that you have with like gravy and with like dinner and stuff. Those are the only thing I can call them that makes sense is savory rock cakes. That's all they are to me. Anyway, so yeah, tea. How is that going to affect things though? Is that I hope we have to factor that into all of them. Important. It has to be about both their applicability, both with and without the tea, right? Surely.
You think a combined? Because I was thinking, well, either it's no tea, and that's going to affect things quite radically. Always tea, and that will affect things radically. Or we pick them at their peak, right?
Yes.
Whenever they're at their best.
No tea is off the table. We absolutely are factoring in tea because otherwise, that's like we have to.
Yeah, there's very few things that like thrive without tea. And that being like Jaffa cakes is probably like it. I think.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing that I'm down for not eating with tea.
I think it's a combination, though. I think we should do combination because I think that's why Jaffa cakes specifically. First of all, we'll get to it, but they're not a biscuit. But Jaffa cakes.
Mate, have you seen some of the other things on there? I'm looking at least 2 crackers.
I know. I think crackers are technically biscuits, though. I think crackers.
Right.
Which is annoying. But yeah.
So I guess.
Well. That's actually a good point. The crackers, because you wouldn't put them in tea.
No, I think it just comes down to some of these biscuits will be rated highly, but do require tea to be enjoyed to their fullest.
Yeah.
But tea is part of the package. Honestly, if you're British and you're eating biscuits, there's tea involved. That's a simple fact of the
Heck,
matter.
man, if I'm having first of all, I've got a cup of tea with me right now, but heckin' frick, man, if I'm having like crackers with cream cheese or something, I will probably have a cup of tea, not to dip, right? But it's still if that's like a morsel that I'm going in for, like for Elevenses, or supper,
We're not that
or even
stereotypical. We're
or
not
even a
literally
savoury
hobbits.
dessert. I'm like Freddy Askew.
You kind of are, actually.
Stop, Freddy Askew.
Yeah, a random person from like school
Yeah, but when we
6
took
years ago.
actually, I don't know if you would remember because it was a school trip and you didn't do those, but he took like a flask of tea and everyone made fun of him for it. And then Mr. DePaulis was just like, "Stop making fun of him. It's cool. Tea's cool." Sorry, no, he was like, "Stop making fun of him. Tea's cool." I can't do his voice. The point is, he was Italian. He was Italian, but Scottish. I just doxed like 2 people. All right, let's get started.
So we'll do what Tom said. Chocolate ones first.
Does that count? I mean, Jaffa cakes are obviously chocolate, but I don't know if he has like a.
Yeah, I
don't
no,
know
I
if they're
doubt
separate
it.
anyway. I guess we will do chocolate ones, but we can. I was thinking like, oh, how are we going to do that? We have to do it in order. But
Yeah,
I'm not that crazy. I'm not that autistic. We can
bit,
mix things up. Yeah, so we got Jaffa cakes. Not a biscuit. They're not.
not a biscuit. I feel like you would need to change like add a category at the bottom or something, like, or change F into not a fucking biscuit.
Yeah, but we're still
no.
Well, no, because we're not going to not rate the Jaffa cakes.
All right.
Why would we do that? You see, the weird thing about Jaffa cakes is, even though we both seem to agree that they are worse off in tea and that they're not biscuits, they're still in this family of snacks, of British delicacies.
Yeah, I think I would never buy a Jaffa cake. Or like it's not singular, like buy a packet of Jaffa cakes in a store. They would never be what I would like go to and buy and like think, oh, this is going to be a great snack. But if Mum's gone shopping and all of a sudden there's just packets of Jaffa cakes in the cupboard, I'm like, Jaffa cakes, and then I'll eat them.
They are bizarre little things, aren't they? I mean, firstly, I would buy them, right? Also, I'm just going to point out there's a chance that Tom won't come back. I think that can happen. Anyway, yeah, I would buy them from the shop though, and I would bring them home, and I would treasure them dearly, and I would by that I mean I would scoff them all within minutes. But
all them.
The point is, Jaffa cakes are an easy A tier for me.
No,
personally.
No,
but clearly someone disagrees.
B. They are not that. They're not A. I do not like the jelly part often.
That's interesting because that is. Well, you see, I used to fucking hate Jaffa cakes. That's the crazy thing. I used to despise them, and then through just conditioning, right, actual brainwashing from Simon Lane, I had to indulge, and I now am a purveyor of Jaffa cakes. I will say they've never succeeded in making a good novelty Jaffa cake. Any of them, even the ones that are like really basic, where it's just like blackcurrant ones.
The Halloween.
The Halloween. Well, no, that stuff makes me throw up. I find Halloween food, like themed food, so repulsive.
Oh, it's over now.
In fact, the degree to which I find Halloween food repulsive actually makes it bleeds over into other aspects of Halloween when it shouldn't. When it doesn't actually need to, but like anything Halloween, especially things like the Jaffa cakes, where it's like it's the color is being affected. It's like you can get out of here with that. So I think that's a bit of a point off. And also there is the tea thing, right? You wouldn't dip them in tea, and which is why it's hard to justify like making a cup of tea to enjoy alongside your Jaffas if you're not going to dip them. So I do dip them.
And I do think I have done it before, and it's not terrible, but it's not right either. Like the sponge bit gets soggy instantly.
Exactly. It taps into a very annoying potential, which is if it only made the chocolate slightly melted, and that's it, that would be great. If the cake was
but in the end, the
unaffected,
chocolate is like, if the chocolate gets soft, that bit's falling off. That's the only structural support you have at that point.
Do you know what I think is crazy? I think Jaffa cakes really do hinge on the fact that it's dark chocolate as well. I think obviously white chocolate would be. Well, yeah, yeah.
If it was milk,
it's definitely not milk chocolate. They would taste weird with milk chocolate. I I might be wrong. I might be talking out my ass.
You are.
I don't feel like I am. I don't think I am. Anyway. Okay. I mean, there is also the weird aspect.
But
We all
I
need to
still
acknowledge
think
they're not
B.
really biscuits. So, sorry, not really. They are not biscuits, and there are some weird caveats. So maybe B is actually accurate. Also, we got a full-on tier list. We're going from S all the way down to F. So C is kind of the middle ground in this one, I suppose. C and D, really, I would say. A function is the middle ground, and then like you have the upper and lower, and then S. Yeah. Anyway,
It really doesn't say, but there are dark chocolate versions of them, which vaguely implies that they're not that.
vaguely. Anyway, Bourbons.
I
So-
never often have bourbons because
yeah.
my brother loves them, so I never normally get around to having them.
We should have him on.
But
talk about
they're not
bourbons.
bad.
Bourbons.
I mean, this is definitely his area. I mean, he probably has eaten all of them. I know he's literally those like fig ones there he had like the other day, but they're not bad, but they're not great either. And this might be a controversial take, but I am not a fan of any of the ones where they have like a filling in the middle.
It's called a sandwich biscuit, Tyler. Know your stuff.
All right, but there is a lot more popular version of this.
So why is that? I
but,
want to dissect this. Do you always take them apart?
I think I start doing it, but I start with that, yeah. Then eventually I just get sick of it and then buy into it, but then it's just not.
Well, you see,
it's just not it.
You see, you're wrong.
It takes too long to disassemble it.
No, because the disassembling is wrong. It's a sin. It's not how it should be done. You see, the reason why sandwich biscuits are so fucking genius is because the filling is never actually affected by the tea. Not really. It's pretty much exactly the same as it would be anyway. But it's still inherently softer than the biscuit. But the tea softens the biscuit, so it creates this wonderful experience. But they're still clearly different textures. It's not like they're the same just because the biscuits are now soft. It's just a beautiful experience of biting through from both sides. It starts off with the biscuit, and then both your upper and lower teeth break into the filling, and you're just filled with bliss. But bourbons are not the pinnacle of sandwich biscuits, however.
No, I think they're probably the worst. Actually, I've never had Oreos, so I can't say that.
Oreos. I forgot about Oreos.
Because Oreos, specifically, like their ads show that you crack them open, you lick out the middle, put them back together, and then dip them in milk, right? That's like the canon version of eating Oreos.
Yes, it is actually. It is. I don't think that's the intention. I think that's a gimmick created for Oreos, and that these older sandwich biscuits were not conceived with that in mind. I don't think. I think they were conceived to be sandwich biscuits. You don't open a sandwich up and lick out the insides, do you? And that's hard. That's easy to do as well. It's not, you have to like pry a biscuit apart almost sometimes, especially those Prince's ones. You know those.
And bourbons are very likely to snap as well because of the way they're formed. When you like try and open them up, like half of it will just snap.
Wouldn't know. I haven't had them.
That was so on it. I'm surprised you even heard the word bourbon as you sat down.
Just to be clear, Tom, have you had Jaffa cakes? Should we assume not? Okay, so that was good. We haven't covered any you have had, but there's still a lot more chocolate ones. But I guess we'll go back.
Do we have to delay all the chocolate ones now until the end?
Let's go for it. Let's go for a non-chocolate. Don't worry, I'll have to go again in a bit.
Before that, bourbons I think need to be in D. They're not
D.
Great. Yes, D.
That's pretty harsh, man.
It's not that harsh.
The rating is going to be the same sort of shit as normal, isn't it? Where it's like A to D, and then S is going to be like exceptional, like not just a good biscuit, but like just something different.
Let's get rid of E. I think E is a bit weird. So they have an E tier now.
Okay, that actually looks.
A is just a fantastic biscuit, but then S is like legendary, which I don't really think there's many or any of.
Yeah,
only really a hobnob could, I think, potentially reach S.
Okay, we'll see. Yeah. All right, we'll see, and we'll make sure to get to those ones before you go as well. But unfortunately, the first non-chocolate one we have is Garibaldi.
Mitchell loves Garibaldi's. which has meant that I've had them sometimes because they were in the house. And considering they are a biscuit full of raisins and raisins...
Stop! It's the first non-chocolate one. So I'm just like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Well, I might know it by looks. I don't know by the fucking name. How do you spell it?
Garib, and it probably come up.
Yeah, they're like just like, I don't know, bricks, but not slabs. Is probably the best way to put it. Slabs of biscuit full of raisins. And considering the grotesque nature of them, they're actually quite nice.
Well, because the raisins...
I haven't had them. I haven't had them before.
Of course you fucking haven't.
Yeah. I'm so glad we got him on, Harry. I'm so glad I thought of that idea. It brings so much to the table.
Yeah, just every biscuit, I'm like, no, I don't know what that is. I haven't had it. I've never heard of it.
I think in Garibaldi, I think the raisins actually used a good effect where it doesn't really taste the raisins. It kind of just makes it so it's like a weird, like chewy biscuit, and it's actually kind of nice.
Yeah. It's not too bad. It's still not great. Let's not kid ourselves. I doubt it benefits from getting dipped in tea.
It's been too long. It's actually been too long since I had them, so can't really say.
Which says something. I think D. Like, I think considering it consists of mostly raisins, you would have expected F, but it's actually
I
not
wouldn't, but because that's just you, right? Okay, I'm not saying it's just you, but I'm just like, yeah, but you think everything's disgusting that isn't just fucking cheese. Well, wait, why did I say cheese? You probably don't even eat cheese because you're a fucking weirdo. I think everything disgusting that isn't like cheese on its own. That isn't salt and bread. So you know,
why bread?
Because you eat pizza. But I think D is actually appropriate because I think as far as biscuits go, even though I like Garibaldi and I'm never opposed to them, they're not coming up, you know, by like voluntarily, you know. Unlike custard creams.
Oh,
Thomas, I'm sure you've had custard creams.
Please, like if not, we'll just fucking get rid of you.
Yeah.
Which means you get first.
I've had custard creams. They're alright.
Amazing. Brilliant.
Yeah. This is a problem. I really
I'm not really
don't
a big
like
biscuit eater
that much.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up, Tom. Shut the fuck up.
They're alright though. Yeah. They're alright.
Like when Mitchell fucked off to like uni, he left like a bunch of biscuits in the cupboard, and these were some of them. They weren't like open or anything. I wouldn't eat them, but it was this huge packet of fucking custard creams, and I'm like, oh, this would be nice to chip through. I eat like
the power vision channel's fallen. It's just.
What do you mean?
It's just talking about.
This is basically just where it started. This is just tier list.
We're just returning to our roots.
Turns into chaos.
Look. It's fine.
The point of the story is I ate like 5 custard creams and then remembered why I don't eat custard creams.
Oh,
I don't like the way they make me feel, or the way they make the way they taste, or the texture, or fucking any of it. To be honest with you,
I don't like the way they make me feel.
They make me feel like shit.
I hate myself.
That's really.
Yeah,
I don't understand. Custard creams are amazing.
It's just not that.
I don't.
Solid C tier.
Oh, I guess they have to be. I was going to say
C is a passing grade.
I was going to put them
They're
above
passable
bourbon.
biscuit.
Tom, fuck, just please. Yeah. I think C's fair.
I'm just as likely to eat bourbons as I am custard creams, which is not very.
I would go for the custard creams over the bourbons, but I think equal. They are probably equal though. Anyway, right. It's time to go for a real heavy hitter. But is it going to be heavy hitter though? It's just going to be complicated. We have the digestives.
Yeah, and there is the chocolate digestive to like the left of that, right?
Yeah, which I appreciate. I appreciate the separation. This is a good list. This is a good list. I appreciate that. Although I don't know if they've got chocolate hobnobs separate though. I don't see chocolate hobnobs here.
No, which is a bit of a problem.
But,
for now, digestives are an A. Let's not fucking kill ourselves.
Minimum.
A minimum, yeah.
Yeah.
Potentially, there's an argument for S. There's an argument there.
Yeah. The problem is your argument is built on the fact that you haven't had chocolate digestives, and you wouldn't like them even if you did. Because I think that chocolate digestives are just an improvement, and you can't put that in S and then also have the improvement in S.
Yeah, well, that's fine because the chocolate digestives aren't going in S because they're not an improvement.
Is an okay A because it's not like utterly fucking mind-blowingly exceptional. It's just an absolutely fantastic biscuit. Plus,
and this is an example of
like 49p for the corner shop ones.
Dude,
45p for the smart price Asda ones.
Yeah, honestly, the Asda digestives were just better than the regular ones, and double for half the price.
Yeah, probably because there was more sugar in them just to fill out the biscuit, and you're a fucking sugar fiend.
Yeah, probably.
Unhealthy little fucking gremlin.
I'm gonna punch you in the balls.
I don't have them anymore.
They were a lot more sugary, those ones.
Yeah.
Well, oh well.
So the tea conundrum, right? There's the tea conundrum. Digestives are fine without tea. They're actually fine, but with tea, whoa, we're entering. And this is what the chocolate. This is why the chocolate doesn't work because the digestives are wonderful in how nice the texture is when you dip them in tea. And I'm not saying melted chocolate is bad because it's not, but it does disrupt the texture of the tea soaked digestive, and I don't appreciate it.
You haven't dabbled enough in the arts. What you do is you grab 2 biscuits of your chocolate variety, and then you put the chocolate sides in on each other, and then you dip it like that. So basically, it dips. The chocolate bit in the middle gets like nice and like melted, and then you bite into
sandwich.
It. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
and then you have like both outsides of a soft tea, biscuit, and then you get hit with the warm, gooey chocolate in the middle, and it's fucking immaculate. And like it's, I would admit that regular digestive.
Sounds like an argument. That sounds like an argument for S tier.
Well, yeah, for chocolate ones, but for the regular ones.
Well, it seems like we're doing chocolate and digestive at the same go here.
Might as well, yeah.
And it seems like chocolate digestive seems to be put in the S.
Well, no, you guys. That's purely Tyler. No. You haven't been paying attention. I think they're a downgrade.
You think you're a downgrade?
Oh, you fucking bastard.
I think the chocolate digestives are slightly worse than normal digestives.
Tyler is more of a sugar fiend, so that makes sense.
Your fingers
now,
get like
I'll tell you why.
I'll
tell you why. It's just based on what is necessary, right? And I'll tell you something. And it's based on what you have available as well. I'll admit that. But when it comes to hobnobs, which are great, hobnobs are massively improved by the chocolate. Where digestive is either not improved or only slightly improved. I would settle for lateral move.
You're not putting it any lower than their lone one. Like, there's no way you'd equal out to that. But I guess
we'll settle.
If you're not willing to put it in S. But then again, it really does beg the question: if they're both in A, what's in S?
The chocolate hobnob.
Like, I feel like.
But we don't have it.
Yeah, but that's not even on the tier.
Nothing has to go in S. S is not a category that has to be filled. S is an exceptional category where it's only something that is just flawless, perfect.
But but you need an S for a video, Thomas. That's the eye catcher, right?
Yeah, maybe
the only one that you would agree on then is the chocolate hobnob.
Yeah, it sounds it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a substitute we can bring in. I mean, I've got to. Okay, I will bring up something. Tyler, do you know what the fuck these are?
I literally cannot make out what they are.
That's what I mean. I believe they are. What is it? You can use Google Lens to search it. Apparently, they are just I don't know, Cornish biscuits.
It's Cornish biscuits.
It's like these thin shortbread things.
Are they the things with the cow on them?
No, they're not.
No, that's something else, and they're all right. Well, they probably should be on this if they got it right.
They are.
Okay, good. Well, yeah, fuck it, Harry. We'll use this as a chocolate digestive.
That's what I'm saying.
Substitute.
No, chocolate hobnob substitute. Well, not. But obviously, we have to say that for the hobnob. Yeah. All right. Even though we clearly agree.
Right. Yeah, and it's already been established.
All right. Fig rolls.
Never had them.
That's fine. Now, fig rolls. Actually, Tom, have you had them? All right. I have, and
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Have you ever had a fig roll?
No. Sorry, I was watching the Rise of a Safe moment of One Piece.
Okay. Well, does it have? How much freedom does this give me?
This gives you limited freedom.
Right. Okay.
Definitely can't go in S.
Oh, you're
gonna have to really convince me for an A.
Yeah. Well, fig rolls are just fucking amazing. All right. I'll say that much. They're just incredible, inventions. I don't know how to explain them. It's barely a biscuit because it's quite like.
Oh bloody hell!
It's quite soft.
Oh, I've had them.
It's not cake though. It's not a cake though, and the filling's weird because I don't think I would ever eat figs, right? Fuck.
Not like it.
Why'd you have to look them up, Tom? I would never eat figs, I don't think, but somehow the filling complements what they are so well. It's the texture as well. They're just such a beautiful, like
They're
slightly
soft and chewy, right?
Chewy, soft type thing. Not chewy, I would say, but soft.
Yeah.
Slightly
There's like variants of them with other types of filling which are nicer.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, there is.
But they are also they benefit from tea. Tea is a lateral move of them, where you have them with tea, nothing wrong with that. You have them without tea, nothing wrong with that either. They're not like they're not the same as other biscuits, in where it's like I feel like I need tea to work with this. You might still need a drink because they're not like moist, but they're not tea dependent even slightly. I will say I can't bring myself to put them lower than A, but I don't know if Tom has a strong enough opinion to bring them down. He doesn't like them, so there is that. He doesn't...
Yeah, I think if you're sitting, you can't be putting them in A. I'm sorry, but like if Tom like had it as like nah, then you know they're not A.
Okay, you know what I'll say. I did describe how they're not
digestive.
quite the same as other biscuits in that sense. So I think them being alongside Jaffa cakes in sort of that weird like B tier of like these things are great, but they're not. They don't serve the exact same purpose as everything else here. I think B tier is a fine place for the fig roll to exist, and I can live with that. I can live with that very, very easily, actually.
All
right. I can't remember what these are actually called.
Are those ginger nuts?
No, these are not ginger nuts. Ginger nuts are down there. This is the Fox's sandwich biscuits, which are like.
Oh, they're even worse.
Wow! Wow! Okay, that's interesting. I think these things are pretty great. I don't know how to describe what they are though. Like flavor-wise, they're just
they're
like
more buttery.
Right? They are buttery, aren't they? They are. That's exactly it.
Would have thought I liked, but and actually they're not too bad.
I'm surprised you had like a negative reaction.
They're very different though, aren't they? Because I feel like bourbons and custard creams, they're like bulk biscuits, right? They're like bulky, but because it's Fox, they like will give you like 20 of them, you know, or if that, like maybe like 15, and you got to treat them carefully and stuff like that. Like,
oh, you said bulk, like as in you get a lot. Okay, I see. I
kind of flip
the dynamic of what you're talking about. You're right.
Biscuits.
Yeah, these Foxes ones, you get like maybe 10, and they're quite tall as well. I think they're a bit too tall.
Yeah.
I think that's their problem actually. They're a tad too tall. But it's not like so tall that you can't fit them in your mouth, because you definitely can. But if they were a bit more Oreo proportioned, they might actually be going higher. Although I do think there is a difference between these and the other sandwich biscuits, but I don't know what direction that difference goes necessarily, or if it levels out even. I mean, I doubt Tom even knows what we're talking about now because he hasn't seen them. I mean, we haven't done a great job of describing.
You probably would have to look it up, yeah.
I don't know what they're called exactly. We can search Fox's sandwich biscuits and they will probably come up. Danwich.
Fox's sandwich biscuits.
Golden Crunch. That's it. That's what they are. Tom, you know Fox's Golden Crunch.
I'm looking that up.
Good.
Doesn't really ring a bell like verbally. They're definitely not as famous as basically everything else so far. Right?
Oh, they're good.
It's just another one of Fox's.
They're good.
They're good.
Is this a B tier?
They're good. This is B tier. This is a solid B tier.
Yeah, I think it's got to go above the bourbons and the custard creams.
Yeah. That's like, I really like them, actually.
Yeah, they're good. They're really good, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really good.
You see those?
They have more substance than the other ones.
Yeah, they do for sure.
They're more of a not like you have a few not devouring the entire pack like digestives or something, because they're a bit much, but they're good.
Yeah. All right. Okay, seems we're in agreement. Okay.
This next one's quite festive.
Oh yeah,
you know those. Sorry, you know those little I think they're Fox's ones that come in the tin, and there's only a few of them because it's fucking tin ones, and I hate the fact it's anyway. Fuck. That circles, double layered, jam circle in the middle.
What? Jam circle in the middle.
Yeah, like
they only come with like the Fox's tins.
Yeah.
Oh god, they're like, is the biscuit like ribbed?
Yes, ribbed at the top, like flared outwards.
I think that's still a jammy dodger, technically. I think.
No, that's not a jammy dodger. Jammy
Dodger's
got
cream in it, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. They're good.
Yeah, we don't have those.
They're a really top quality biscuit.
That's great, Tom, but they're not here.
We just do recommend. Well, the thing is, and this is the sad thing, I think most American places don't even have these biscuits, right?
No,
they don't actually even have access to digestives or hobnobs or anything. I assume they might, because we have like specialty sweet shops that then have American
I think
food.
Americans, I think they have that kind of thing, but definitely not for British food. But they probably have it for other places in the world.
This is like the one area where British people put some effort into their cuisine.
I think this is the one thing that we've got.
British food culture went to. We didn't give a shit about our main meals. They're all grey and brown.
Right? No, we got two things. We got two things. We've got biscuits. We've got chips because they're better than fries. So, you know.
All right.
Yeah, give an American some chips from my fish and chip shop, and they'll be reevaluating their existence.
I mean, they might,
because they'll be shitting and throwing up because of how fucking terribly made they were. But the point is,
Tyler, you would love American food. It's all disgusting and sugary and cancerous.
Yeah, that sounds right up my alley.
Yeah.
Yeah, gingerbread biscuits.
Yeah, something
and not
they
like
might
ginger
understand.
nuts, just actually gingerbread things. Honestly, it very much depends, in my opinion. The really hard ones that genuinely try to break your fucking jaw with how solid they are, not a big fan of. It's literally, it just depends. It could be the exact same one, but if it's brand new or like a day or so old. If it's been out for a little while, it is then soft enough to where it bends slightly when you bite into it. Delicious.
You see,
I love slightly soft gingerbread.
I'm not all about that. I'm not all about the soft gingerbread, personally. It's also weird, isn't it? It is weird that it's a ginger-based biscuit at all. That is a very... You think about that, it gets kind of weird.
Oh, there's two of them.
Yeah, there are two of them, which is even weirder. But
as far as I know, there's a beer as well, isn't there?
Yeah, but it's not the kind of thing where I'm a contrarian, though. I'm not like, oh, what the fuck are they doing, putting ginger in the biscuits? Just no, I can see why these are actually popular. They have a festive... They do have a festive flavour. They do. It's weird.
But then, that is another thing, though.
It's warming, isn't it?
Often, on its own, it's still solid, but it does often have icing on it. Or you are supposed to put icing on it. And I think that counts as part of the experience.
I think it can.
But yeah, you get to decorate your biscuit, which is quite nice.
Well, you can anyway. No one's stopping you. But
yeah, but they don't often give me utensils to put little faces and I don't know, cover them in violent battle wounds.
Oh dear.
Why did I do that?
I don't have strong feelings though. Tom, gingerbread.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually fair. It's
only fair because you agree with it. That's the only reason.
Yeah, I'm not hiding that.
Yeah, in all fairness, I mean, I'm never going to be sitting there and it fails the tea test. I would actually say it's a downgrade with tea.
Mate, yeah, I haven't actually had gingerbread in a long time though.
Ginger and tea doesn't work very well. I think the flavors attack each other violently and not in a good way.
Okay, I think I probably agree. I think C.
I think it's is where it is.
I think so too.
It's definitely not any lower.
No,
I'd still rather gingerbread than a Garibaldi any day of the week.
We'll see what's going to be low. I have no idea at this point because I don't know where we sort of sit on certain things, and I don't. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
But for now, here it comes.
Oh yeah. Well, we've got the hobnob. So the original
hobnob.
Yeah, the regular hob. Well, I mean, I think we can actually be pretty confident here, because they're definitely at least 8 tier.
They're still very good. It's actually crazy how different they are, though, right? Like how different the taste is. Like regular hobnobs, so OT. Like they're like very like OT. Really, like they really do taste
it.
That you then are. You put on like. Yeah, you put on that little bit of chocolate, and they completely give way to the chocolate, like taste-wise, and then the oats become more of a texture than a like taste.
For me, it's just not the other way around necessarily, but the oats definitely factor in, and the taste of the oats complements the chocolate very well because it's the same flavor dynamic as a flapjack. In a way,
if you put chocolate on it.
Well, that's true. I mean, but flapjacks often. Not always. About 50-50.
I wouldn't say often. Yeah, that's not often. That's 50-50.
Would you say they are often without chocolate then?
More often, yeah.
Probably more often. But chocolate flapjacks are still pretty great. And I think it's the same flavour dynamic. And I think, but in biscuit form, I think that is ascended. I think that goes beyond it. So are we going to definitively... Is it definitively an upgrade? I think we already are agreed on this in a way, but I think the chocolate. This is not the chocolate hobnob, by the way, Americans. It's not what they look like. I'm gonna have to show you a chocolate hobnob because, you know.
Personally, I would say that the regular hobnobs are actually probably not even A. I would say that it gets like double upgraded.
Oh, that's actually interesting. I don't know. It's a weird pot, but you can see the chocolate. There you go. That's more like it. Yeah. Oh God, no. No, I think hobnobs and digestives are intensely equal in their plain forms, and they're weirdly different as well. But I think their equality is undeniable. I will happily dive into either one.
This really is quite a good selection they have at the bottom. Like I keep thinking, like, oh, does it have that? And it does.
It's a pretty good tier list, except for the chocolate hobnobs, to be honest.
Yeah. Disgraceful.
But
yeah, they're using our substitute image. Chocolate hobnobs are in S.
I really hope it's not the only thing in S is a substitute image.
Yeah, well, honestly, I've got
an idea. Well, you see, okay, fine. So we got Graham's crackers.
Yeah, which is odd because that's a cracker, not a biscuit.
Well, let's find out. Green cracker. Wait, that's something else.
That is something
Graham's
else.
crackers. Wait, what are they? Is that Tom going? Is that Tom leaving?
I think it is. Yeah.
Of course, it fucking was. Are they Jacobs? It's Jacobs. Sorry.
That'll do it.
There we go. Yeah.
Who Graham is?
Whoever made these.
Candy. Yeah, he's also got these crackers. Yeah.
Jacob's crackers. A cracker is a flat, usually square, savoury biscuit. Well, there you go.
Okay, so just a savoury biscuit. Because honestly, I fucking love these things.
Yes. Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. It's okay that you love them. It's good, in fact. The problem is, Tyler, you're wrong. You do it wrong. You know you're wrong.
I do it wrong.
You put butter on them.
Yeah, because they're a cracker.
The canon is cream cheese. That's canon. You are uninformed.
Who the hell has cream cheese lying around?
People who eat crackers.
What the hell even is cream cheese? Cream cheese is just butter with
Tyler,
extra
you
steps.
are really, really out of your depth here. You don't understand crackers in the proper way at all. But
put butter on it.
Yeah, but it's not shit, mate. It's just not butter. It's just stupid.
Well, I have and could eat like a packet of those without anything on them. Like they're still that good.
They're not that good.
They're not that bad either, though.
No, they're not that bad either. They're not bad at all, in fact. But they are also playing a sin deliberately. But I still do slightly hold it against them because it's weird that they aren't. It's weird that digestives aren't plain somehow, but they're not. Digestives definitely have a taste. I don't think Jacob's crackers really have a taste, to be honest.
You wouldn't know. When was the last time you ate one on its own?
Just yesterday. No, I don't know. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Well, go on then. Well, hold on. Just throw something out here then. Throw a rating at me.
It's A, right?
A. Yeah. Sure. I mean, the on their own thing is kind of weird. But I mean, I love any cracker, and Jacob's obviously the baseline. But any cracker with a bit of cream cheese and salt, I put salt on them. So, I'm stooping a little bit to Tyler's level.
You give me shit, but you wank
chops, and fuck face.
No, they're nice, really nice. Nice. Yum, yum, yum.
Nice.
That's me.
Nice. Well.
I say we get the other crackers out of the way as well.
How many other crackers are there? We've got Ritz and those ones. Mini cheddars.
Yeah.
S tier.
No.
Do you want to know? Well,
No,
okay. So
not.
if they were, it would be because I can't fault them for anything. Like,
I find artificial cheese flavoring to be really putting off.
Oh, I see. So the Ritz are S tier then.
I do not. No. Yes, actually, no. Yeah, I really like Ritz though. I do really,
if anything
really like Ritz.
savoury is making, because Ritz are interesting. Ritz, by the way, you absolutely can put cream cheese on them, but Ritz are very nice by themselves. That's where they easily, for me, have to go above the Jacobs.
Ritz,
I have to put them above the Jacobs.
The problem is with Ritz is I crack open a packet of Ritz, right? And I eat them, and I'm eating them, and then I eat them, and then I'm eating them, and then I start feeling ill, but I can't stop eating them, and then there's not a lot left, but still some left.
Is moreish, I think is the word. They just go down a treat. They're so attractive, and they never feel bad to eat in the moment ever.
Except for
each one
literally hurts because of how salty they are. Yeah.
But each one is so light and tasty by itself that another one is always an attractive prospect. It's dangerous. I don't know if that's actually a detracting factor, to be honest.
Oh, it proves that they're fucking addictive. And the best other example, which I don't think is the biscuit, is Maltesers. They're like the only other thing I know of that you just kind of, the more you eat, the more you want to eat until you get medically obese.
And they do hurt your mouth eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can put Ritz in S tier. I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So the cheddar ones though, I mean, I know that was kind of extreme, and I think that was actually very extreme. I don't think even A would even be wrong. I still really like them though. I like the fact that there's quite a few different flavors as well. They've these really nice barbecue ones, and they do some cool stuff with them. But they're just fine. I really like though when you get a selection of crackers, and there'll be big ones of these in there, and those are great. I like those a lot. Those are probably my favourite crackers actually, but they're just not they're not that individual. I don't think you can even really get them on their own. So these ones, I don't know. B or C though. I guess.
You can put them a B. You like them. I think most people like them.
I think most people do.
I don't hate them either.
No. The thing is, you can't have them. You can't get what Ritz really has with mini cheddars, because mini cheddar is kind of always a little crisp packet. You can get that for Ritz, but usually you're getting Ritz in the box, in the big foil packet
with the bag, and
it's that's dangerous stuff. That is, because that's a lot. Anyway, I guess we can go from the top now, though.
I actually really want Ritz now.
I guess we can go from the top.
But that's the...
So we got Fox's chocolate creams. Are they the same? Oh, okay. I will say I think these ones, the golden ones, are actually more unique. as opposed to just a chocolate version of them. So I think I could call this a bit of a happy but only slight downgrade. Actually, I think they hold less value. Oh, they're probably not like worse to eat, really. At the same time, I am a bit of a weirdo in that I don't find chocolatey things that aren't just chocolate that appealing. I guess aside from chocolate hobnobs, like I really don't like chocolate cake, for example. I find chocolate cake to be extremely just excessive and just a real, just poor rival to any other given cake, to be honest. Because I just think chocolate is so much better just as chocolate by itself. And that's why I think I like the chocolate hobnobs, because that is just chocolate on top of it. Whereas something like this is a chocolate version of the previous item, you know? It's just been turned into a chocolate. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. They can stay in C tier. I don't know. You haven't even had them, so. And yet you said.
I mean, are they not worse? To be honest with you, I think I'd rather have any of those other three than them. By the seems of it.
And you said that you've eaten all chocolate biscuits. Oh, in this tier.
Would you rather eat?
Yeah, because we do have 2 chocolate sandwich biscuits here, and I think I would pick the bourbons over the Foxes.
Any day of the week. Then put them in D.
All right. Okay. Chocolate fingers. Cadbury's.
I have barely had them.
That's weird. You're weird.
They're quite nice, but we never get them. That's the thing.
Yeah, they're like really. They're really nice, but I don't see them. I don't, you know, they're not biscuits in my opinion. They are biscuits, but they're not in terms of, like, in practice, really, you know?
They don't feel the need. Yeah. Just, like, whenever there's, like, a party, that exactly. A house party where there's, like, plates of snacks, that's where they are. That's where they thrive.
I keep accidentally shifting things.
Yeah, but they're a bit different.
Yeah, chocolate fingers though. I think they are really nice, and they do serve a purpose as well. It's just a nice like biscuit, completely coated in chocolate. The thing is though, I'm never drawn to have them with tea, and that's because of the context that you just mentioned. It's always a party, so it's not really like a. You're just going to sit down with your chocolate.
Up, like literally, but you just pick up one, and then you kind of do whatever you want, and then you pick up like another one later or something. Like they're just
I think I think the difference between the chocolate fingers and the things in like B and above is that I would pick up the things in B and above like sort of quite enthusiastically, but chocolate fingers are not like I'm not picking them up in the shop or like out of like a selection of things really. If what's above it's an offer, so I think C tier.
I think that's really kind of what it comes down to. If you're looking for biscuits in a shop, I think this tier list very accurately represents the chances you're going to buy a certain thing.
I mean, like, I think
if I'm
walking
through the shop and I see a Ritz, I'm like,
Yeah, exactly. But I think you have to keep in mind how good most of this is, because custard creams are in C, which actually is annoying me the more I look at it because of how much I like them. But the point is, most of these are good. Even the tier 2 ones are good. F is only going to be for anything we actually think is bad.
Yeah.
I guess, because even D tier we think is still pretty good. I mean, I like both of them. They're both very, very eatable, you know?
Yeah.
But
it's just the least likely we would pick in a store, really.
Yeah.
With all the options there.
And where I have really strong feelings is Jammy Dodgers. To be fair, they did help stop the Daleks. So there is that.
Yeah, that is literally the only reason I know Jammy Dodgers exist.
Even though
it's not like I've ever met anyone who eats them.
The one that the doctor used was actually the weird things that Tom was describing earlier. It wasn't actually one of these.
It wasn't even a Jammy Dodger.
No, but Jammy Dodgers, their presence in my life is entirely ruled by the little ones, where you get like 4 really small ones in a little packet. Which means I'm not having them with tea when I have them. And by the way, Jammy Dodgers are a biscuit that have gotten substantially worse over time. The jam layer is so pathetically thin now that it's almost non-existent. So
fucking government.
They've actually had a really depressing journey into sort of irrelevancy, I think. Even though they're supposed to be a staple, to be honest. But
I don't like jams.
You see,
for that.
Yeah.
Something. I never tried them for that reason. That's why I don't like normal cakes, because they always have jam in the middle.
Jesus Christ.
Why I always have chocolate cakes.
Yeah, of course
they have chocolate in the middle.
They have chocolate in the middle because that's better, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So they're probably going to be
I wish...
if anything is going to be.
Whoa, yeah. Actually, I have no issue with that, which is not where I thought this would go. I did not think Jammy Dodgers F tier. No way. But well, why the fuck
literally
not?
The only reason I think anything of them was because of that episode. But now I don't even like that episode, so it makes it even worse.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with you, because I think that episode is it's like is the Fox's golden cream of.
Dude, Moffat doesn't even fucking like that episode.
Yeah, well, it's because Moffat's a chump, right? And I never actually agreed with him, so.
Alright. I don't argue that.
Schrodinger. Just all the way.
I mean, it's not like you have to agree with her writers, because 48 Yards was not the best shit he ever wrote.
No,
Point is,
that wasn't. Who was that? Oh,
I know. Yeah,
that wasn't
Davis.
Number. I don't know his number. Point is, I don't even know what these things are called, but I do like them. So.
What's some of like?
Well, so I've had these recently. Yeah. Actually, we had these recently in the house. Still have one, I think, left over. But that's not getting eaten.
Are they the cow things Tom mentioned earlier, but with chocolate?
I don't think they are.
Oh no, they're. I mean, that doesn't look right.
No, this doesn't look right at all. Oh, that's because they're coasters. It's these. It's basically like quite a plain biscuit with like a chocolate coating that sort of overlaps or overhangs the edges as well, which creates a really fun experience where I always bite off the overhanging bits of chocolate before. And then you dip like what's left in your tea, and you get something that's pretty good. But I would say is no more attractive to me than a chocolate finger.
So yeah, I don't even think I have had them.
No, that's kind of weird. It is weird. I understand what you said earlier, and like, I only really know the chocolate ones, but that's not even true.
I don't even remember saying that. I feel like you just conjured that in your head in like Tom's a fake conversation that we had.
Has fallen. Lotus biscuits. These are what Biscoff is based on. And Biscoff is
never had Biscoff.
Heavenly.
Or that.
Yeah, but the Lotus biscuits themselves are boring as sin. They just have nothing. They just have nothing to offer. They have a quite annoying, like snappy texture. It's not very pleasant, to be honest. In fact, just that alone, the criteria has been going off alone. I think that actually makes it an immediate F tier. I don't care for them. I don't like them. You know, and that's
You'd never pick them in a store.
Yeah, exactly. Unlike malted milks.
You
see, the problem here, Tyler, is
for me, malted milks
you're gonna
is
be a fucking idiot to not like these things.
They're the most the boring as sin argument again. Why?
They are no different to the digestives.
They
are no different to digestives in terms of what they offer. The taste is unique enough and just distinct enough where it's like this is in the same ballpark as the plain digestives and hobnobs.
No.
Well, we're gonna have to agree to disagree and put them in S.
I don't think we have to do that at all.
We're going to agree to disagree and leave them in B.
I think I realise what is coming up soon, but we'll get to that. But that is what's next. That's just a cookie, right?
It's just a chocolate chip cookie, but that's fine. We can do that.
Considering I make my own chocolate chip cookies, and they're some of the best shit I've ever eaten.
Okay. Hold on a minute. You probably made cookies though. These are chocolate. I think this is like Maryland type, which are biscuits. But they're chocolate chip cookies. They're biscuits that are called chocolate chip cookies. You know, you used to get the ones from Asda. You used to get the ones from Asda, the Smart Price ones, didn't you? I think you did.
Maybe. I mean, I just had
biscuits.
Fox's fabulous half-coated milk chocolate cookies. But ignore the half-coated part, and I basically just had them. It just yeah, it's just biscuit with chocolate chips in, which you really can't go wrong unless
can't go wrong with it, really.
You do. Like,
unfortunately, the most prominent memory I have of eating chocolate chip cookies was when I got. First of all, this was an awesome present. This was like, I can't remember how old it was. Probably no older than 11 though. But for Christmas, I got like a tin. That was like it was actually Wallace and Gromit's rocket ship, and it was a tin, and it was full of. It had like a packet of like chocolate chip biscuits in it, cookies. Unfortunately, at the time, I had a wobbly tooth. I think it's one of the front ones, and I just couldn't eat them. I could not enjoy them. I found it genuinely traumatic trying to eat them because I wanted to so badly, and I kept doing it, and it kept fucking wobbling my tooth so much. I was like, "This is awful."
Very good gift and very bad
genuinely
time.
the most prominent memory I have of eating chocolate chip cookies or just chocolate chip biscuits.
Marylands, if we're going off of them, have gotten worse for me over time. I like them less and less as I've grown up. So those tiny little ones, you know, the tiny little bags of tiny little Marylands.
Yeah, I think so.
Those things are fucking delish.
They're fine.
You just don't really find them though, because they're like children.
Yeah, we have them though.
Like for packed lunches for Babs.
Yeah, for my packed lunches.
Yeah, you would. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like you can't go wrong. They're B, right? Because we don't know a brand specific, so we can't rate too highly.
Yeah,
like, you can't just say all chocolate.
Yeah, I think so.
Good,
I mean, I would probably go for
like ones always used to give me a fucking stomachache.
I'd probably go for like the bourbons and the custard creams maybe over them, but I think chocolate chip cookies is it's got a bit of status going for it, really. A bit of that, staple biscuit status that can't really be denied. The winning formula, you might say. To remind everyone that these are chocolate hobnobs. Anyway. Fuck.
So next ones, are they what I think I think
they are? What you think they are?
Are those nice?
Yeah, they're nice.
I fucking love nice.
It's because they're just covered in sugar.
They are
rodent.
Nice. Yeah, that makes them nice. The thing is I know that that's diversive because it is within my own family.
Diversive.
Because when you get like a big pack of 4, right? Big pack of 4 biscuits, you'll get normally it's like custard creams, the malted milks, the usually like something else. I can't remember what it would be, and then nices. And I know for a fact that like it's like my mum, my nan, my granddad, and my brother think they're all fucking disgusting, and it's just me and my uncle that like them.
Yeah, see,
so
I think it's kind of weird because they're definitely not disgusting, right? But I do think, obviously, we have a pretty strong overall agreement on like digestives and the hobnobs. I think there's clearly a dichotomy here where the malted milk is to me what the nice biscuit is to you, and the only way we're going to get anywhere is as long as they're in the same tier. And I think that's probably B.
Yeah, but like I think if I could, I would have nice like as often as like digestives and hobnobs and that.
I would have malted milks as often as well.
Yeah, I'll be honest. If both go up, I'm willing to allow both into A.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. Actually, I don't know. Maybe we can do that.
What we just said, it makes sense.
Matter.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it shouldn't really matter. I mean, they can't be in S. I don't think. I think it's ridiculous.
No.
I think it's ridiculous for both, to be honest. So
they're not that, but they are quite nice.
I'll tell you what's
nice
not that, but it's also it's another thing with like, I guess there's nothing with a lot of status. Is the Oreo.
I've never had Oreos.
Oh, fuck's sake! I almost just stopped the recording. Let me guess. It's because they're black.
Yeah, they look weird, man. What? Why do you look like that?
You've been conditioned.
Is it like by what?
Biscuits
by
looking.
Big who?
By Big Biscuit. What do you think?
Oh no.
What do you think?
Big Biscuit's got a hold of me, and
yeah, okay. So the Oreos are kind of strange because, frankly, they're not something I would go to bat for. And very often I'm not really picking up Oreos either. There are, however, and we can't really factor these in really, but there are white chocolate coated Oreos, and they're pretty fierce, I've got to say.
Like Oreos dipped in white chocolate or something?
Yeah, completely coated in white chocolate.
Not that there's anything wrong with white chocolate, I just think that's a bit much.
It is a bit much. I don't usually like things like that, where it's just a bit much, but it works for me. The standard Oreo, however, is it's not that special. I think for a lot of people, they would definitely see the standard Oreo and the standard chocolate chip cookie as like equals in a way.
Oreo is really, it is the American one, right? Oreos are American, I'm pretty sure. Across the border.
They're quite American. They're very obviously they've been in Britain for a long time because they're so popular. But yeah, they are very American.
They've crossed the pond like more than any of it other things that we've got here so far, other than maybe gingerbread. Yeah. Then this.
Oh,
I'm
hold
not
on.
sure.
So I guess we're leaving Oreos there, are we?
Yeah, I think it's about right.
It is actually about right. Yeah, I'm not going to drag the next one into view yet. Well, obviously it's in view, but I'm not going to drag it onto the list yet because I think I do need to hear what you have to say.
Party rings are scrumdiddlyumptious, but I probably could only eat them like once a month for health concerns.
Rings fucking suck.
They might be
the worst biscuit on the planet.
Thing is factually, you're in the minority there.
But
they wouldn't still be here if that was the case.
You say that, but the reason I don't like them is something that everyone understands: is their fucking weird teeth chattering icing. Right? Like you feel your teeth scraping across them. I'm gonna stop the recording again. I should probably not be looking at OBS.
Stopping it because one time you will do it.
I'm actually my mouse is my hand's not on the mouse or anything, but.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
So party rings, they offer absolutely nothing taste-wise, and they just offer a very, very unpleasant texture experience.
What do you mean, nothing taste-wise? The biscuit alone is unique.
That's just
There is no other biscuit that tastes
just a lie.
Like what like it does. No, it is different. It's special.
It's not.
And then let alone, the icing part of the icing cookie is pretty fucking unique.
You know what? They've got presentation. I'll give them that. And that's it.
Got the fucking. It is good as balls. Admittedly, it's a lot more of a party food. Literally, it's got it in its name. It knows what it is. It knows what it's trying to do. It knows who its target audience is. A bunch of young children who like sugary snacks.
Yeah,
but it's still very nice. Yeah. B.
Sorry.
B. B for Barty Bings.
B for Barty Bings. No.
You're a bastard.
Unless there's somehow something within the next lot where like there's such a strong disagreement, where we kind of have to.
Penguins are fucking disgusting.
Penguins are absolutely not disgusting, but they are utterly weightless in this conversation.
Yeah, I don't actually had penguins. I just wanted to insult it and hope that you like them.
No, I don't give a shit.
I've never had a penguin.
What's wrong with you?
Well, right.
I don't mean you should. It's just weird that you haven't been like
growing up.
I just assumed
I only had a couple types of biscuits. That was it, basically. Party rings.
There you go. That's the party rings taking hold.
Like Marylands and Pink Panthers, which is next. That's why I mentioned
Pink wafers. They're not called Panthers. That's not a thing.
Maybe.
Okay.
I
thought you were gonna they might, but I thought you were gonna be like I thought that was gonna be like a weird like culture shock / stubborn thing. Like, no, they're Panthers. I was gonna be like, no, Tyler, shut the fuck up. Yeah, it's just weird that you were never like given like a penguin by someone. It's like, take this to school, Tyler. Have this at lunch. Have your penguin.
Pink Panthers wafers is what they're called.
But yeah, that's probably like a brand thing though, isn't it? But they just you get pink wafers, like a own brand pink wafers. They wouldn't call them Pink Panthers. Across the board, they're pink wafers. Either way, yeah, penguins, whatever the fuck. I do. No. I was about to say, would I actually care to have them over like Garibaldi or foxes? Not really, no. I can't call them like particularly pleasant.
This is the annoying one because we don't give a shit about penguins. But the pink wafers or panthers, as I've always called them, those things during growing up were immaculate. I loved them. Yum yum yum. Would always have them for lunch, right? That's what I would have for lunch. I would have like half a pack or not half a pack, like four or six of them, like wrapped up in foil.
I genuinely want to kill your mum.
For lunch, but like that, I would have like a sandwich, normally chocolate spread, until like someone was allergic to it, so then it switched to like honey. Then like a bag of crisps, usually like what are the ring ones? Normally them.
I don't give a shit.
And then I would have...
Your mother is such a fucking terrible parent, Jesus Christ.
Something. She gave me a packed lunch. Shut your fucking whore mouth. But point is one day they changed the recipe, and it tasted so bad that I could never eat them again.
Okay, well, I've
tried them since, I could got over it, but I can tell that they haven't reverted it because it still has an odd flavour to it that it never used to have.
So, you know what we should do? Because first of all, I think I do know what you're talking about, actually. At the same time, I think I've had them recently enough to know what they're like, and I don't make any distinction between how I felt about them before and after. So, let's just base it off of that, the original.
I think they're B.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, I forgot B is actually not lower down at all. I think B is perfect for the pink wafer. I think pink wafers are lovely. Yeah. I think pink wafers are weird because I'm not drawn to tea with them necessarily.
No, and they're not great with it, but they're also not ruined by it.
No, they're not ruined by it, but also they don't need it either. They're just very nice. They're like obviously they technically are very dry, but messy. Not really. They are quite messy, aren't they?
They are by far the most crumbly biscuit you can get your hands on.
I was going to point out how it annoys me there's no granola cookies on here, but I realised granola is specifically cookies. So, like, I like also, fruit and nut cookies.
Yeah, you've lost all opinions now. Actually.
Yeah, well, guess what, Tyler?
Everything that you rank highly, you're now.
You're scum. Rich teas.
Right, let's get out of the way. Rich teas, like inedible without a tea.
Okay, you know what's insane? I think
every single thing on this list if you do not have tea.
I think they are no, because you say you eat Jacob's crackers plain. This is the sweet equivalent of that. Of plain crackers. It's the same as plain crackers. They are the same as plain crackers. You can't deny that.
There's so much. No, I can. I am literally doing that right now with my mouth.
You're wrong.
They are disgusting on their own. They are like they within two. I'm like, my mouth is like gunked up.
Whatever.
Like, it's like what? Yeah.
The point is, I think
dip it in tea for like a couple of seconds, and that shit's divine.
Yeah. So this is where the divide is. I think they are fine across the board. I think the fact that they are made for tea is so boring when both the digestive and the hobnob get so much more value out of tea than this fucking thing does anyway.
Yeah.
Rich tea is still intensely boring and just not unique with tea anyway. It doesn't change anything. They're meant to be. I think they're meant to be boring. Okay, I think that needs to be said. I think they're meant to be insanely plain.
If I looked it up, I bet you rich teas were made during wartime when rations were low.
Of course they fucking were. Of course they were.
I mean, probably digestives were as well, realistically.
Yeah,
and hobnobs, but
maybe. But
I assume most of our biscuits probably are malted milk. I bet. I'd imagine. But yeah, rich teas give off that vibe the most. I also know that my mum used to have rich teas. She would run it under the tap a little bit and then pour sugar on it, and that's how she would eat them.
Of course she fucking would. Yeah, of course you would. I genuinely would wipe your family from the timeline if I could. But the rich tea biscuit, it's below the ones we just mentioned, so it's no higher than B. And I don't know if I care to be like, oh, it's really low, but I'm sorry that they have over time they've become less and less of a presence in my life to the point where I have no desire to eat rich teas ever again.
Yeah, I can completely agree with that. To be honest with you.
Cool. But at the same time, if I were presented with a plate of rich teas, I would immediately go to the kitchen.
They're very much in the same category, I think, as bees, all the bees. Where, like,
they are, except the fact that they're going in D tier.
No, they're not.
No.
Going in D. They are not going in D. They are not D. They are way better than Garibaldi's. Don't you?
No, they're not.
Dare.
At least Garibaldi's got something unique going on. At least Garibaldi.
Yeah, unique and icky.
But
they're not. They're not indeed. They're just not. You're
they're too boring.
Lying.
I suppose they're almost too boring, aren't they? It has to.
They're not. Yeah, fuck it. Fine. If that gets it in C, I don't give a shit. But they're not going in D.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know what the hell these are.
What do you mean? It's millionaire shortbread.
What is that? Did you just stop the recording?
No, I didn't.
Okay, good.
Okay. I think you probably do know what millionaire shortbread is.
I doubt it.
Yes, you do. It's just shortbread, caramel, and chocolate.
Caramel shortbread. Never seen this in my life.
What the fuck? What do you mean you haven't seen this in your life?
I've literally never seen. What is this? Who the fuck? I didn't even know you could put like chocolate on shortbread, let alone chocolate and caramel. Or is it? Yeah, caramel. Yeah, caramel. I've never seen any of this before in my life.
I'm so glad you have to leave the house now.
What? What?
That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. It's actually insane. This is the most insane. This might be the stupidest. This must be the most insane, strangest thing you've ever said.
That I've never seen a millionaire shortbread.
Yeah.
It's not.
I'm not sure if I could think of a more like known food item.
Sure, you can. Everything else on this tier list.
No. Hold on. Well, I'll tell you, it's Americans have heard of them, so that does put them above a lot of the stuff.
Oh, really? Why would they have heard of them?
I actually don't know. Hold on, that might not be true.
It's probably made up since no one's fucking heard of them, so I doubt Americans have.
You need to start. You can't say things like that.
So they're in like F tier. I mean, that sounds disgusting.
And that's another insane thing. So this is Tyler's problem. He's just fucking stupid, and he's like, "What? Chocolate, caramel, and biscuit? Why the fuck would that work? Idiot."
I mean,
what do you mean? Why? No, seriously.
Caramel is not nice out the gate.
So it's often not. But no. But you see, the problem is it's the implication that they somehow don't go together. Even if you think caramel's kind of icky, which it is.
But then it's not just biscuit,
just
right?
about every sweet
shortbread.
Yeah.
Right? Which is different biscuit. And it's like powdery biscuit, right? Shortbread generally, I think. Like it's like clumpy.
I don't know. It feels like it should be powdery, but it's also kind of not.
I don't know, but like I think I can't even see it going well with chocolate, let alone with caramel as well. And some of the ratios on those pictures were like very wild. There was some where it's like a thin line of chocolate, thin line of caramel, and a fair amount of shortbread. Other ones, it was like a third.
Well, there's kind of like two types of there's shortbread and shortcake, and I think the next ones are actually shortcake. Because I think shortbread is actually meant to be quite soft, and that's why millionaire shortbreads work.
The next one's shortbread. that's the one I do have.
But these are called millionaire shortbreads, so they are much softer than these. That's the thing. That makes it make more sense. It's like it's not much really difference between the layers, like texture wise. The layers all pretty much feel the same. I think I need to somehow move on, and I'm going to move on by saying I don't actually like them that much. I don't actually like.
So it's a good thing that no one knows about them.
You just don't need to say that stuff, though. You don't need to say things like that. You could just be like,
"Get a reaction out of you."
I don't understand why people like hurting other people.
Because there's nothing more funny than pissing someone off.
It just does
it's
nothing.
Like top tier humor.
Is it? Am I strange for getting nothing out of that? For like just
I don't know. I feel like
get literally nothing but negative value from like annoying people.
Well, it depends, because if it's like on purpose, then it's funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't like annoying people on purpose at all. It's such an unattractive activity.
You're lame-o. I think that's what it comes down to.
What?
You're a big lame-o pants who isn't cool and fun.
Then why do I like shortbread biscuits so much?
The ones that are actually that people know of, because I also quite like them. You can't eat that many. No, right? You really can only eat like 2 or 3 at a time, and then you're like, oh.
I might have to get a little bit silly here. Oh. I mean, actually, no, I'm not gonna get that silly. I do think they are basically flawless, though.
Hey.
Do you know what I mean?
They're like, yeah.
They feel unhealthy. I'll give them. They do feel unhealthy to eat, though.
They are.
No. They just feel unhealthy. I don't know what it is.
Like full of butter.
I don't know what it could be. They just feel unhealthy. I don't think they are. I think they're actually really good for you. I just feel like I'm getting fat at the moment.
The packages have red on it, with like the health
it
stuff.
Is, isn't it? Even the salt, it's red.
Yeah. Like, do not fucking eat this. This will kill you instantaneously. And it's like, yeah, shortbread.
That's humans with chilies, though. Really. That's like supposed to be like a defense mechanism, and we're just like, oh, lovely, tingly.
Oh, spice. Oh, yeah, it's spicy for terrible flavors because chilies are disgusting. But the point is, it's not nice, right? Spices are nice, that adds flavor. Chilies is just ugh.
Heat can sometimes be of value. I don't understand it fully, but
well, the way Tom explained it, and he does have spicy food, is that the goal isn't exactly like the spiciness. It's just that behind the spiciness is a layer of amazing flavors, and you have to kind of power through the spiciness until that stops being the only thing you taste to then find the flavors. But the moral of the story is you don't have to do that for shortbread. It is as good as it is out the gate, and it is very good. It is
yeah,
it's quite nice.
I apologise, but the shortbread is very good. Unlike.
Yeah, I don't like ginger nuts either.
Oh, thank God.
I don't hate them.
You see, I guess I can be a little bit dogmatic about food, but it's just like if I don't like something, it quickly turns into like being just bad because it's like, especially when it's things like biscuits, right?
If I don't like eating it, I'm never gonna eat it.
Exactly.
It's basically the same as if I really didn't like eating it. It's like, why would I eat something I don't at least like a fair bit?
Yeah, ginger nuts piss
with
me
biscuits,
off.
it's slightly different because sometimes they'll be like out, and you'll just have them like over my nan's, and that's just the biscuit she has for that time. I'm like, fine, I will eat ginger nuts.
They're just too crunchy, and it makes me realise there aren't really many things that I think should be crunchy apart from crisps. To be honest, when I think about it, do you know what I mean? Crunchy is quite a particular texture that very few things earn, and ginger nuts do not earn it. They're too.
It's the ginger thing generally, because the ginger bread is also quite. Like, can really fucking be a pain to get into.
It's usually not. Anyway, these fuckheads.
Depends how thick it is. If it's as thick as those, then it ends up being so.
The thing about ginger nuts is they're such a staple, and I know that they are definitely like some people's favourites. You know, they're that kind of biscuit.
I don't think they're F. I feel like I should say that.
Oh.
I think they're D. They're. Yeah. I'm way more likely to eat them than Garibaldi's. But I still wouldn't want to.
I will say they also respond to tea a lot better than gingerbread does.
Yes, as in you probably should, but it makes the tea very gingery. Like it likes to infect its flavour. Which I mean, there are a lot bigger problems, like anything with chocolate that like instantly, chocolates up your tea with a pile at the bottom of it. But we haven't been catching that so far, so let's not start.
I've never had that.
What?
How does that even happen?
Normally it leaves like a residue of chocolate.
How does that happen? If that's happening, then surely you're leaving it in long enough for the biscuit to fall into it as well. I don't understand.
Not if they're sandwiched, they're holding themselves together.
Oh, it's because of your clearly I'm dealing with strange method, which honestly sounds like an okay idea. All right, I think you might have actually you said something that wasn't completely like stupid.
All right, and on that same wagon, I don't know what these next two things are, and I'm pretty sure I've never had them.
What do you mean you don't know what a wagon wheel is?
I mean, I've heard of them, heard of it.
Yeah,
but I didn't even know it was a biscuit. Is that the one with the dome? It's like the biscuit at the bottom, and then a bunch of marshmallow cream,
that's
and then
a tea cake.
Chocolate dome.
That's a tea cake. Technically,
they're nice. I had them a couple times.
Well, you see, then you wouldn't dislike a wagon wheel because a wagon wheel is just a sandwich biscuit version of that. Although, I've got an idea. I imagine you must have had these. Hold on a minute.
But you got to be a bit more specific there. What is that?
Okay, I guess not. Anyway, so yeah, wagon wheel is essentially a sandwich biscuit version of a tea cake. It's quite a thin layer of marshmallow between two chocolate biscuits. Actually, I don't know if they're chocolate biscuits, but it's coated in chocolate as well. I'll say though, I don't like them. I don't like wagon wheels.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Just
put them wherever you think they should be.
At the same time, it's been too long to really judge them very harshly. A Viennese whirl, however, I guess I can see why you wouldn't have them.
It's that jam. It is
jam. Yeah, it is jam.
Is that even a biscuit? Like you get that in a biscuit packet?
I think it's definitely shortbread. Like I think it's shortbread. It must be. Yeah, shortbread. They're shortbreads. Look at them. Like Oscar the Grouch.
They're Mr. Kipling's. Okay, that makes more sense. They're
yeah,
not
yeah.
like
This is the standard
in a packet.
Viennese whirl.
They're in. They're like
the Viennese whirl
like
for me is an S tier, but I don't think we can put these in S tier unless it's mutual. So, but I assume I do also have mostly free reign.
Yeah, but also they're jam, so bad.
I guess that actually does make you inherently have an opinion that would detract them somewhat. Also, they're quite a lot, and frankly, I'm far more likely to be in the mood for all the things in A tier and above. So, okay. Yeah. And on this note, is there anything that you think is missing?
I wouldn't know. I think when it comes to biscuits, if it's not digestives, hobnobs, that's pretty much it. I wouldn't think about them regularly, to be honest.
No. I just had a weird moment. I thought of those stupid wafer things with the big marshmallow between them, but that's not a biscuit.
Yeah. The ones that are then covered in sugar as well.
They are covered in sugar. Just pointless though.
Yeah, those things are fucking evil. I like them, but they are evil.
Yeah,
just look up biscuits, like British biscuits or something. See if anything pops up.
Sure, why not? Those weird short bourbons. Bourbons. I guess there's these raisin ones. Probably should have been in there. And there's also a tea cake there as well. I think tea cake should have been in there.
What's that graph? Top 5 favourite biscuits. Because look, it's actually quite handy. Chocolate digestives, 69% of people like. Shortbread, which is shortbread. Fingers, people like fingers. Jaffa cake. Chocolate hobnob!
Yeah, well, you see, there's a problem here because this is wrong. This should be a chocolate hobnob. And one of them should be a plain digestive.
I feel like chocolate hobnobs is more of a young man's game. right? Like it's too hip.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, because there is tons of biscuits out there, obviously.
Oh God, is there ever? Have you? What are these things? This is just shortbread, but it's in this shape. Don't yawn.
I don't know where that came from. I went to bed. I was playing Xbox. And I'm pretty sure I passed out at about like 10 o'clock. Then woke up at 2. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And then went back to sleep, and it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. So I think I got like 12 hours sleep last night.
That's good. That's not, you know.
Oh, it's not good. It's a complete waste of my day off.
Fuck is the point of the day
I
off?
wanted to stay up late.
Other than to waste time.
One must go.
Pink
wafers, Garibaldi's, digestives, and bourbons.
I mean,
I think we now know which one was going to go.
It's not the hardest decision,
it's
really.
Garibaldi's.
For the digestive, what?
Yeah.
What is that?
Muppet.
Is that one biscuit? Is that one biscuit?
Yeah.
I can't tell if that's 2D or if it's like actually is going back like that and it cannot stand up.
That is an actual horrendous like cover page though, isn't it?
It's
like,
a terrible book cover. They say, okay, people say, right, okay, listen, people say don't judge a book by its cover. Do. Always judge a book by its cover because it will keep you safe.
It's a free Kindle ebook.
It's a free Kindle. Well, I guess there's no harm in it then. I guess.
Yeah.
A scone. Well, a scone's not a biscuit, is it?
A scone.
A scone.
Alright. That is the biscuit tier list. Bear in mind that the thing in the top left is a chocolate hobnob.
Yeah, this is a chocolate hobnob. This is a Ritz. I don't know if I can get like a chocolate hobnob just to put it on the page somehow. I don't think I can. But I have shown you chocolate hobnobs, so you understand.
Yeah.
And
so yeah, I think generally, if you're looking for a nice tea and biscuits combo, you're not going to go wrong with chocolate hobnobs or just hobnobs in general. Digestives.
A good question is, what's the right drink to pair with the Ritz?
Just a nice cup of water, because with the amount of salt you're having, that shit hits hard. I mean, dude, it is covered in salt. I like it because I like salt.
I would posit then also, if you just wanted a glass of milk and biscuits, that's where the malted milks really come in.
And the nicest. Yeah.
Wait. No, actually, no. Don't worry. I was gonna say in S tier there should be one for tea, one for water, one for milk. But
let's not go there. We'll end up fighting to the death.
Yeah, we already did. Well, you see, this was actually exactly how I want this to go. I mean, I still was more angered than I planned to be by your just complete lack of experience. But my plan was absolutely for us to take this way too seriously. And I mean, maybe.
Yeah, and I'm really glad that we had Tom along at the beginning. I think he really helped with his.
Rode the line between seriousness and silliness quite well.
I think as a British person, we have to approach this at a consistent level.
Why did you say as a British person, we? We are one British person.
We are a whole one British person, and we say that biscuits are a top priority as far as cuisine is concerned. And your American lack of regard for how they taste can suck it, I think.
Yeah.
I think if you don't care, you can suck it. I literally have a McVitie's chocolate digestives mug, which is where I have my tea in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of cool, except I think novelty mugs are kind of whack, but, whatever.
Well, Mitchell got it from me for my birthday, and it came with chocolate digestives.
Whoa.
So I think it's a pretty nice combo, to be honest with you. I also then proceeded to immediately drop it, and it has a huge chip at the bottom, which is only barely not made a hole in it.
What? A chip in the bottom, like on the bottom rim?
Yeah.
What? That's like, no matter how big that is so close to being disastrous because sometimes it can even stand up. I feel like it would be like I feel like it's like not having your pinky toe, like your little toe. It's like it's so important.
I mean, is it?
Yeah, yes, it is. If you didn't have your pinky toe, you would not be able to stand up at all.
That's bullshit.
Why is it? Like, suddenly all your weight gets concentrated into that gap. That's what happens.
Yeah.
It somehow is completely necessary for balancing you out. In fact, I'd say you probably don't need your middle 3 toes.
Let's say cut them off. Cut off your middle 3 toes.
Yeah,
from
can someone do that and then get back to us with how the results?
Yeah. Can you walk? Did you bleed out?
It's like when Grey Underay got that guy to eat nothing but sweet corn for like a week, and he just by the end of it he shat out pure sweet corn.
That was like the one thing Grey Underay did.
Well, he didn't say. He basically said if someone did this, it'd be really cool. I'm not asked. He didn't like pressure anyone to do it. He didn't like pay anyone to do it or anything. Just some guy took it upon himself to like run the experiment.
Yeah, we expect that from you guys watching.
It's clear that people had accepted, right, that Grey Underay was gone. You know, like it's clear that people were almost happy with that. You know, and then he like comes back with like regular videos.
Falling out of time. And then he came back and he had not like updated at all. He came back with like the same like era as he had left in, and it just didn't translate.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's still around, I think, isn't he?
That's what I mean. He's around. Like he's very around. He does regular videos. That's the thing, and no one cares.
Yeah.
Unlike.
But then not Grey Day Under, Salmonella. It makes like one video. And that's it. In like 3 years. Fucking bastard.
God, Salmonella Academy. How's that going? I don't even remember the last one.
I told you. He did something that was like less what he normally does. Like.
So is that the last one? 7 months? It's always longer than you think as well. You know? Sometimes it feels like the last one was like maybe
the ship was when he went right? That was 4 years.
That's crazy.
And then he did the animal name. A year again, and then he did the.
I know that he doesn't upload very often, but it still felt like he uploaded a lot more often than this.
He used to upload quite often. Like, I guess vaguely once every month. That. Oh. I mean, really early on, probably constantly.
I assumed the Terraria one would have like 50 million views or something.
I mean, these fucking numbers are incredible. Really, like.
Oh wow.
10 million people watched a 4-minute video about how thorium rocks. Like, it's insane.
Yeah. What a go.
Point is, and there's a bunch of people that are like mimicking his style, and like doing their own ones.
Can we just watch Grey Underay videos?
No.
Sorry, I literally meant to say Salmonella.
I mean, I've rewatched like most of them like 5 times.
Yeah, I don't need to. I mean, I haven't done that, but I don't. Tell you what I do need. I need to go to the toilet like really badly.
Tell you what you need. You need to end the video.
Biscuits, everyone.
Thank you all for watching. Biscuits. At least have the tip up when you finish the video.
Next time, well, it won't be next time because we're never doing
Salmonella Academy video tier
Salmonella Academy video tier list combined with Grey Underay video tier list combined with Cert House video tier list combined with
I'd even less do that.
Cert House member tier list.
Combine that with all yours Cursed Trouble in Terrorist Town video tier list.
Holy shit!
That's like thousands of episodes. It's a white man's One Piece.
The thing about that, I was about to mention One Piece because surely someone's done an all-episode tier list.
I doubt that immensely.
No. It's way too popular for that not to have happened.
You realise if there isn't one, then that only means we're gonna have to do it.
We're not though, are we? Oh fuck me! Really? That's insane. No. You can't. You must agree that's weird though. It's so popular and it's been on for so long, and people are crazy. People are
crazy, but like in the time that it would take to make a video like that, like 7 more episodes would have come out, and then like they would have to add them, and then another one would come out.
But it wouldn't take 7 episodes. It wouldn't take 7 episodes worth of time to update it to 7 more episodes.
Yeah, but then there'll be like, another one. It'll be infinite. It would take ever, and you would have to like watch them all, right? Like then and there to like do it. I know some people do like there was like a dude who's doing like Family Guy. I think he did like Futurama's not that weird, but like did a bunch of that stuff. Point is, mate, is that thank you all for watching. This was not Deep Rock or Rocal related, so I don't see why we would do anything along those lines. If you want any of these bickies, try and look at your stores, although I'm not sure if they'll have them, unless you're English. Then they probably will, and you would have an opinion on most of these, which if you do, be sure to comment them below. Unless they say that chocolate digestives or Ritz suck, then please be sure to unsubscribe
chocolate hobnobs
and go somewhere else.
You're actually allowed to say that chocolate digestives suck if you want.
Yeah, we'd be fine with that, but not the S tiers. You're not allowed to touch the S tiers. That's how it works. So, goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah, biscuits.